it's in the beginning of the race, and you might have some power to follow the fastest runners, and then you will pay in the end. I'm quite sure about that.
Yep, so here are the teams. Defending champions Finland will start with number 51 going down the list. That reflects the order of finishing in last European champion. It will be exciting to see how she does on the second leg. Then we have the light ship so far. The Austrian team also have done fairly well. The Australians, the Spanish, and then we start getting into the second teams here with the second Russian team. Well, I think today they could be in the mix for some of the maybe podium positions here. Start today, and they're already lined up on the start line. They've got a little bit of running to go out there, but Sofia Heinen will start with number 51, the defending champions. Meanwhile, Lina Strand will set the Swedes off out into the forest. A silver medalist from the sprint relay. For the Russians, it is Anastasia Rudnaya who will lead their team off. She was 20th in the sprint earlier on these competitions. But Judith Rieder could, if she does anything like the first leg on the sprint relays, and all of them are ready, they are on their way. Picking up their map, they'll get the first look at the course and are making their way. There's quite a long run out to the start, and Alexanderson, sorry, having a little stumble there, but it's the Czech athlete, I think it's Jana Sikova in the second Czech team, leading the way up the hill.
Yeah, and now you have already some meters climbing to the starting point. That's not, you shouldn't forget about that. So you will have this one, then you have quite easy running to the first control, and then you have a heavy climb again there.
Yep, you do. Climbing up the way, they climb through the terrain and will climb up to a track where they find the actual start control. But everyone into the forest, and then we will start the forking straight away. A little bit of more variety in the terrain with the extra distance. They've got 6.9 kilometers, 3 legs of that. We're expecting again a 35-minute time per leg, and these are the top teams. These are in order of 2 years ago in the Czech Republic. So Switzerland won, definitely the team to beat, but Norway would hopefully give them a run for their money at that point.
Actually, if we take the results from the last years at the European Champs, we would have to say that it's Switzerland 2, it's the team to beat. Because Switzerland 2, they won the competition 2012 and they won it 2016. And they were on 4th place in 2014. So yeah, it's almost the team you want to be in as a Swiss runner, Switzerland 2. But of course, we have other runners, we have other nations, we have Sweden, we have Norway with a really strong team. Every one of them very experienced when it comes to relay. We have France with a strong team. Russia is always around when there's a relay to run. And yeah, I think it will be very, very tight in the men's competition, since also they're physically that close to each other and
lead them out. But again, and they are off. They will pick up their maps and head out into the forest. We have 23 nations represented here in this men's race, and 14 of those have 2 teams. So if it's anything like the women's race, we will see some of the best nations. Right, and we'll have both their teams up there. We do have a faller that looks like one of the Finns, I think, but leading out into the forest, it is Jörn Runarsson.
No big a surprise, he's a quite fast starter.
And that just gives you an idea of just how many men are making their way out into the forest. And because of the fast nature of the terrain, we do expect them to stay together a lot more. And in general, you can pick your own route into the control here. So it looks like Finland and Fredrik Portin is the first to make it. Then Kramov for Russia, Florian Hovald for Switzerland is next. Nicolas Rio for France, Czech Republic. GB, Chris Jones on first leg. And then there's 2 many to count. We will expect them to be approaching this from the left-hand side.
And that's Hovald there, and it's Portin maybe.
Kramov,
looks like
I
Russia,
think as well. France, Nicolas Rio.
Jonas Egger, Switzerland 2. We have Glebov, for the Ukraine. We have Norway, 2, second team. We have Sweden, second team.
Germany. Austria.
We had Eskil Kinneberg.
So Florian Howald is leading the group through this point, but not too many comments to make other than that Norway 1 is quite far down. Chris Jones there, just behind him.
Quite far down. It's around 15 seconds or 13 seconds even. So it's. I mean, we've seen the forkings. It might have been a forking that put him some.
And it's still Switzerland 1. Howald, silver medalist from the middle distance and gold medalist from the sprint relay. Germany there, Norway 1, Austria 1 with Reiner. Chris Jones for GB 1, Austria 2 I think that is. And Antonio Martínez Perez for Spain 1. You can see how Howald is looking to his right. He's spying the direction for the next control, just looking at that hill where he has to go, and of course no hesitation as he makes his way out of control number 9. And it's too close to say.
No bigger surprises so far. We haven't seen Sweden first team yet, though. Johan Runesson missing.
Florian Howald is the first to reach control number 16. Looks like he's followed by Glebov from Ukraine. One of the Norwegians, Norway. Chris Jones, is in 4th. Andreu Kramov is in 5th. The Portin of Finland, I think, is in 6th. Then Edgar.
Norway 1. Yeah, still a very big group here.
Very big group still. That's done pretty much nothing for the routes there, as we see France 2 in there, Spain. Martínez doing well at the moment. This looks like Czech 1, Pavel Kuba. And it's Chris Jones is the first one to make it through after some great running, and he's with Florian Howald. They've got a little gap on the rest of the field, so Great Britain in the lead currently, with Switzerland in 2. Now we've got Kramov of Russia, we've got Glebov of the Ukraine, we've got Johan Runeson's caught up a little bit here. He's running well ahead of Norway.
That's Erik Bergeskog for the second team.
Okay, thank you. Got the Latvians there as well. We've got Edgar in for Switzerland 2 as well.
We have Norway there. Strong first part of the race by Chris Jones, the bronze medalist from the sprint. And we see Florian Howald reading the map carefully behind. And that's the first time today we see a little bit of a gap here in the men's race. Good race by Erik Bergeskog as well in the beginning.
Well, it's only 10 seconds, but it's the first time we've seen any sort of a gap. And now into a tricky section just after the run-through, where there is a little bit of forking. Everyone being pushed down to the track. It's Howald who will round the corner first for Switzerland. Next, it's Bergeskog from Sweden. Chris Jones is in 3rd. We've got Norway 2 in 4th.
Here they come.
So here we come, the top teams. Looks like Chris Jones is in the lead. Chris Jones takes it, and then Bergeskog from Sweden is next, and then so Chris Jones crosses the line first for Great Britain, with Martínez Perez from Spain in 3rd, and then we have Howald in 4th. He will hand over to Matthias Kiberts. We have Norway 2, Thomas Natvik Arsdad into 5th, and then a little gap the road, and you'll see that people have got
Fabian in the lead.
And Kiberts as well.
So Hetner with a very good start.
There we go. Here is control number 7.
That's Kiberts.
Kiberts. Tall figure. Hodkinson in 2nd. For Great Britain,
Spain,
Hertner into
it's
Britain.
Hertner, yeah.
Hertner into 3rd, and now a gap to Norway. And that's Spain?
Yes.
Yes. And now gap to Kratov as well. This is Kiberts in the lead with Peter Hodkinson in second, just keeping the second Swiss runner at bay at the moment.
That's Gaute Allenstaver, and it's Spain.
Spain, Luis Nogueira in fifth position at the moment, or fourth if you just count the second Swiss team.
And that means it's Norway 2, the second team there with Gaute.
So this is control number 8. Kibert's looking good. So does Peter Hodkinson, just checking that he's got the punch on that control. And Norway 2, Gaute Allenstaver is next with Luis Nogueira in for Spain in a great fifth position for him. And now you can see they are stretching out, but this is what the visibility is like, especially on this part of the course. It's when you feel you can run very fast in this particular part, you've got to remember there's a lot of climb left to come for the men's course.
And it will be tough now when they go into this very steep climbing. You will see the runners like half a minute in front of you up the hill, and you're quite aware of that it is actually half an hour, and that you have this climbing coming, and they already have done it.
Yeah, the climb up to control 10 is more than what it might initially look like on the map, but the gap down to Norway is 16 seconds, with Spain 18 seconds down. Oh look, here is Norway 1, Peter Hodkinson, but we have the double gold medalist already this championships into control number 16 first. And
look, it's Magne Daly behind him, so he did a good performance here so far.
Yes, pulled up a few places for Norway 1, that's 6 seconds behind. Next is Fabian Hertner for Switzerland 2, and he goes 13 seconds behind, with Peter Hodkinson in fourth place for Great Britain with 15 seconds behind. Now there's a gap.
Yeah, and that's interesting, because now there is actually a chance that they choose different route choices, because now you can't just follow the runner in front of you. So these 4 nations, they have now the chance to get away.
Yeah, we will see what they do on the tracking. He's pulled up a lot of places for the Czech Republic.
Yeah.
What was he at the changeover?
Let me see. He was in 18th position, 1 and 17 behind.
So he's caught up 30 seconds on the first part of the course. That's brilliant running for Milos Nikodim for the first Czech team, and they've got Wojciech Kral on the final leg for them. And very close behind are the other ones. We've got Hertner in there, Hodkinson's also in there. We've got Norway, Magne Daly is in there as well. So those are the top 4. 2 times Switzerland, 1 times Great Britain, 1 times Norway. Well, I know for Britain we saw Chris Jones, I think, having this slightly easier forking at that point. So we will see. Let's have a look at the times as they punch at control number 18. So after an hour and 9 minutes, only 2 seconds behind is Fabian Hertner, 4 seconds behind is Peter Hodkinson. Magne Daly is... So Milos Nikodim is already over a minute down, already a minute. So he, 5th position, will go through in 1:21.
That's more than half a minute there on the route choice.
About 35 seconds lost there. And here is Russia. Svetkov goes 6th, and that is about 1:36 down. With Basset also looking good for France. We'll hand over to Tranchant on final leg, and the second Norwegian team is also there. So two Swiss teams and 2 Norwegian teams at the moment in the top routes. This is Luis Nogueira for Spain, dropping behind ever so slightly.
Oh, he almost missed the control here.
Okay. I think at that point you're on autopilot. Multi-world champion Olaf
Really high
Lundenez.
speed running here by Magnadelli.
So Magnadelli crosses the line and will round the corner to hand over to Olaf Lundenez. Meanwhile, Fabian Hürtner will hand over to Martin Hübmann, and Daniel Hübmann is there waiting for Kiberts. And what time is he behind? Lost 25 seconds, and hand over to Daniel Hübmann is the next to reach this TV control. This is a control 16 on the course if you're following on the GPS tracking. Andreu Blanes is also looking good for Spain, as well as Petr Perefinovic for Poland. All the P's. Olaf Lundenez, long distance world champion and a great relay runner with all the Norwegian teammates. Is the first to emerge from the forest and round the corner. Still can't see Daniel Hübmann at the moment, but all eyes are getting ready to cheer him through the arena. This is Olaf Lundenez, and the gap was 17 seconds. This has grown a lot, and I think it's by the route down directly from the track into the arena. Just getting into this arena on the long leg, and it's now 30 seconds. 30 seconds exactly. It is 1 and 2. So Martin Hübmann for Switzerland 2 is the next to head out, and we are waiting now in the arena to see who will come through in 4th place for effectively for the bronze medal, with a good route choice into the control. Okay, and who will emerge next from the forest? Budget Kral. He will punch this control, number 18, and he is 4 minutes 15 seconds down on the lead of Lundenez, who surely we will see very soon back into the arena. He will cross the line to be the next in, just holding off an advance from Andreu Blanes.
Great result for the Spanish team.
Absolutely, excellent result for the Spanish team, who Antonio Martínez Perez started and finished in a great spot under his leg. Luis Nogueira in second, and Andreu Blanes pulls them into 8th place. Looking for Norway 2 now, and Paul Sirum, who's been running around with Petr Perefinovic for most of the course, but just edges ahead the second Norwegian team, with Poland going 10th.
The top runners were able to just maintain these gaps.
So these are the final results. Norway with the win, 1 hour and 55 minutes. Switzerland 2, just 30 seconds behind. And Switzerland 1, sorry, 30 seconds behind. Switzerland 2, a little bit more. Here's some of the other teams, with Finland 2 doing well. Possibly coming in ahead of Finland 1. It's not up for long enough. This is the 3rd medal. We'll leave you with some pictures of the top 3 as everyone's getting ready for the flower ceremony.